What's going on, guys? Yes, you're on the right channel. This is an Alex Becker's channel. Just wearing my Halloween costume, trying to copy him. So, thought it was funny, so figured I'd wear it. It's fitting for this video. It's kind of ironic. So, today we're talking about what does it take to become a millionaire, be successful, whether you're a teenager in your 20s, what kind of qualities does someone have? Because for me, it's a lot different than most people think. Let me tell you what it's not, what you don't have to be, what kind of different things. Now, keep in mind, if I say one thing where it's like, okay, you don't have to be this, there will be people that are successful that are like that, but I'm just sharing kind of my route and kind of how I was in my thinking when going through all this. And keep in mind, two people never get successful the exact same way. Now, that could mean each person does the same thing, but their journeys are separate. They're going to encounter different problems, different things they have to get through on the way, maybe different benefits. So, what don't you have to be? Now, I wrote stuff on my whiteboard, so I'm going to be looking at it for a sec. So, you don't have to be creative. You don't have to have some brand new idea that's never existed. I'm not creative at all. I'm the exact opposite. Give me the numbers, I'll look at them. I'm not an idea person, really. I can look at things that are working and say, oh, this might work here, but I'm not coming up with something just out of the blue totally. Slightly creative, but not very. I'm not creative. You don't need a new idea. You don't have to be super smart, do good in school. Now, you do have to have common sense, I'd say. Be able to look at things, say, okay, this did this, so this. It's kind of the if this, then that thing. You don't have to be smart. You just can't lack common sense, in my opinion. You don't need money. You don't need connections. You can make tons of money without it, especially if you can make $1,000 in a month and then go put it towards something that you need to do. Now, these carry over to whether you're going to do YouTube, you're going to do Amazon, you're going to do affiliate marketing, you're going to do something completely different. But this is more kind of online. So, what are some things that, what like characteristics people do have? What do you need? For me, it's you have to be able to take risk and just take action. That's the first thing. Think about the people who think 3 to 6 months on an idea, look at it, research it a ton, and never do it. They just lost 6 months. It took me 6 months to get my Amazon business up and running to, well, I think I was at like $10,000 a month by then, while they're still thinking about it. But I failed the first 6 months. So you have to take action. You just have to get started. That's one of the main things. And when I say take risk, it's not blind risk, it's calculated risk. So obviously do a little bit of research, but it's all about doing. That's how you learn along the process. Next thing is, I believe you have to be a little bit impatient. Now, not impatient to where you make stupid decisions, but impatient where you're not okay sitting back and letting something do bad and not fix it and not being like tedious with it and on top of it. I'm very impatient. I don't wait. I want results like that. And obviously you can't expect it overnight, but they can come quick. So you do need, maybe instead of impatience, I'd say urgency. Instead of being impatient, be urgent. So have some urgency with it. Next thing is you're going to encounter problems. Things you think will work that you thought were good ideas won't work. Some will. So you got to take your ego out of it. You can't say, oh, this is my idea. This is my baby. Don't stick with something that doesn't work. So I always say, don't continue a mistake because of the time it took to make it. If you're doing something and it's not working, and you've been working on that idea for a year, there's no point of doing it another couple months because you've done it for a year already. Don't continue a mistake because of the time it took to take it. Cut your losses and get on with something else. Next thing, the biggest thing. This is my biggest thing, by far. Consistency. You have to stick with things for a long period of time. Now, I know what I just said. It's kind of counterintuitive here because I just said if kind of cut your losses if something's not working. If you know something works, that's with new ideas you don't really know. You shouldn't really be using tons of new ideas. You should find something that works, replicate it, and put your own little spin on it. You shouldn't be reinventing the wheel. Like I said, you don't have to be creative, new ideas. Copy what's working, put your own little twist on it, and stick with it if it's something you know that works. If it's Amazon, if it's dropshipping, if it's affiliate marketing where there's tens of thousands of other people making tons of money doing it and you know it works and it's you, stick with that for 6 months, a year. I don't know anyone who's done something for a year and kind of changed throughout, trying to fix all their problems, adapting to different things, and isn't successful unless they're jumping around and not doing it full time. So, consistency is the #1 thing, and I think that's my biggest attribute that made me successful. Obviously, it's not speaking. So, consistency, biggest thing by far. You see, you don't have to work a ton. I work probably 2-3 hours a day now, but I do it every single day. I do daily uploads every single day for the last 7 months. It's all about consistency. Now, another big thing is problem solving and just being able to think analytically or just analyze different things. So, for example, let's say I'm on YouTube and I'm trying to rank some of my videos and I'm saying, wow, I'm not ranking that well, but these other guys are. Let me look what they're doing, seeing what they're doing, and being able to be like, okay, they're doing this and this, and that seems to be working, but I'm doing this and it's not, so I'm going to change this. You have to be able to think around situations. It can't be, oh, this didn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. That's what you'll see the majority of beginners saying. Say, oh, I put a product on Amazon, it didn't work. Or, I tried to do affiliate marketing, I got no sales, but I got a ton of clicks. Okay, why though? Figure out the why. What's behind that? It's not just, it didn't work. Figure out what's behind it and why it's doing that. Okay, I got tons of clicks to my page, so my ad is good, but my landing page must be crap, or the offer must be crap because no one's buying, but I'm getting tons of traffic there. Okay, what do I need to change on this? Let me look at other people's landing pages that are doing well, that are converting well. What offers are they running? Is it my offer? Is it my landing page? You have to be able to think around situations, solve problems, and next part is analytically also. So once you start a business and you start making decent money, you have to be able to scale, whether that's through advertising or other things. So you have to be able to analyze the numbers, like whether it's Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, or whatever you're doing, emails. You have to be able to analyze the numbers and to be able to know what they mean. Obviously, you can learn that. I'm very analytical. Give me the numbers. I'll say, okay, this, then I can do this. So that's one of the things for me. Again, you can always hire people to do that, but that's kind of goes hand in hand with the common sense, in my opinion, being able to think through something. If A and B equal C, then blank. So kind of like that. And the last point is never satisfied. So a lot of people get comfortable. Oh, I'm making 5,000. Like, okay, I don't have to work my job now. I'm comfortable here. If you really want to take it to the next level, you got to be shooting for over $1 million. You got to be aiming higher. Otherwise, you're never going to make it. So that's kind of it for how I was successful, kind of the attributes I have or what I think a lot of successful people have. And it always comes down to, I said this in a previous video, if you look at a lot of the successful people, they're ones who weren't the best students. So obviously, I wouldn't say that's smart, but they just weren't, they didn't like school. So they're not going to put effort into it. A lot of times, it's people who are willing to take the risk. So if you see people, how many times have you seen, oh, I used to sell drugs on the street, or I used to be like F's, I dropped out of high school, I dropped out of college, I was dumb. People like that, those are usually people who are more risky in their personal life, and I think that transfers over to entrepreneurship, where they're willing to take risks, jump in, and do it. I'm kind of opposite there, where I never took risks in my personal life, but financially and entrepreneurially, I take a lot of risks, some higher risk, but still smart with it, because I analyze it still. But I jump in and do it quick. So sometimes it can be risky. But I'd say taking action and consistency, by far the biggest things, and just being able to problem solve and, like I said, think through things. I think that's by far the most important 3 things. If you take anything away from it, it's consistency, staying with something that you know works for at least a year. Do it for a year and tell me you don't make money doing it. I guarantee you'll make money if you're not a complete idiot, if you stick with something for an entire year. And it's something like Amazon or affiliate marketing that you know works and tons of other people do. It's nearly impossible unless you're literally dumb. So, hope that's not too harsh. I hope you guys like my outfit. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button, give me some likes, and I'll see you guys in the next video.